Hey everyone! Update number 6 is now available for Ace Combat Infinity, and in this new update, there are some new additions, including 2 new sorties, new aircraft, new parts, and a new form of currency. In this video, I'll be showing you the new additions, as well as explaining how the new form of currency works. So, I'll begin by logging in. First, I'll explain the new form of currency. The new currency is called Special Supply Tickets, and with these tickets, you can purchase certain items from its very own catalog, which you can access through the hangar. And in this catalog, you can see special planes, skins, new emblems. These ones are from Jiraga. You can also purchase new nicknames and new instant radio messages. And these ones are quotes from Ace Command 6, including the famous Go Dance with the Angels line. 2 of them, in fact. And for those who don't know, it's a family-friendly way of telling the other guy to go F themselves. You can also purchase fuel as well as contracts. These items aren't permanent. If you look at the bottom, you can see in orange text that these contracts are available until the end of December. If you look at the item that I've highlighted in blue here, you can see on the upper right-hand corner there is a gold rectangle. That is an icon for the ticket, and beside that there is a number. That number is how many tickets it costs to purchase this contract. And on the upper left-hand corner, you can see the number 10 out of 10. This shows you how many times you can buy this item before the end of the period. So far, there are 2 ways to acquire these tickets. One is through the daily login bonus, and the other way is by randomly getting them as a drop at the end of any sortie. The supply ticket system allows players an alternative way to obtain fuel, contracts, as well as any event planes that they might have missed. However, it's not a very efficient method because it takes a long time to accumulate enough tickets. Aside from the login bonus, you can have a chance of getting 1 to 10 tickets at the end of a sortie. And for fuel or contracts, that's a-okay because it's 20 tickets for any one of those. But for special aircraft, it can cost anywhere between 200 to 400. And as you can imagine, that can take quite a long time. You might not even be able to get that many within a month without spending stocked fuel. So let's say you purchased one of the new radio messages. Well, good news for you is they've increased the total number of messages we can save to a total of 12. So you can add new messages without replacing the ones that you already have. There we go. Perfect. And now I'll go over the new additions to the aircraft tree. This new update brings with it a couple new attackers, 1 new fighter, and a branch specifically for bombers. The first one I'll show you is the F-15XL, if I can find it. There it is. Smack dab in the center. The F-16XL in this game is a mid-tier attacker. It's connected to the F-16F branch, and in real life, it is a prototype attacker that never made it into production. Unlike the other 2 F-16s in the game, it is a cranked aerial delta wing. Next is the X-29A. X-29A is a mid-tier fighter, branches off the F-18F, and real life it is a modified F-20, so it's kind of odd that it's connected to the F-18F here instead of the F-20. The plane has forward swept wings as well as canards, which means that in game it has a high mobility stat. Next we have the FB-22. The FB-22 is the highest tier attacker in the game. It's much like the F-22, it's stealth, and looks just like it, except that it has a delta wing design. The FB-22 is designed to be a fighter bomber, and because of that, all of its special weapons are different types of bombs, including the SOD, guided precision bomb, and the self-foraging fragmentation submunitions. In addition to these planes, you also have new parts, such as the Special Weapon Quick Plus or Mobile Fin M. These will increase their homing ability for missile-type special weapons. We also have 2 new gun parts that increase gun power and gun range, as well as 2 new bomb parts one for the FAEB to increase its explosive radius, and one for the self-foraging fragmentation submunitions, which increase the spread of the bomblets. And next we have the branch for the bombers. Now the branch is connected to the F4G specifically, and it's unlocked after you get to First Lieutenant. Before you get to the bombers though, you have a couple of parts to unlock first. The high-spec tail actuator that improves your yawing ability, and the lightweight damage recovery part. And after that we have the B1B. The B1B is really massive, as you can see. It doesn't even fit into the screen. As a bomber, it has its own unique weapons. Its standard weapon is the modified guided precision bomb. And for its special weapons, it has a modified unguided bomb and a modified standoff dispenser. Bombers, unlike all the other aircraft, do not have expert controls. They'll always be piloted under the standard novice controls, so you won't be able to pull off any barrel rolls or any other fancy tricks. After the B1B, we have bomb power, large-sized bomb power in fact, and extra large cockpit protective armor, which we can see here is LL, which is Japanese for extra large. And on the end of the branch, we have the B2, which is the highest tier bomber. And much like the B1, it has its own unique weapons, the MGVB, modified unguided bombs, and modified SOD. And that's it for the additions, and as you can see, the tree is a mess now. I kind of feel sorry for anyone who's starting to play right now. It's going to take forever for them to unlock anything. Next, we'll go over the special weapons. Two new special weapons have been added, and those are the bomber ones, such as the modified standoff dispenser and the modified unguided bomb. Compared to the standard counterparts, the SOD has greater damage and greater damage range, and the modified UGB has a faster reload time. As you can see here, the modified guided precision bomb is not in this list. That's because it is a standard weapon, and because of that, it might be powered up by the aircraft's level instead. Not right now, Haseo. And next, I'll go over the two new sorties. One of the sorties that have been added is Area B7R Dogfight Battle. As the name suggests, it is an air-to-air only map. It's similar to the Emergency Airstrike if you played it. So bring your fighters, bring your multi-rolls, or if you feel daring, you can bring your attackers. Emergency missions in this map are only squadrons and other aerial targets, with a chance of Camila spawning. One twist to the emergency missions on this is that Stonehenge will occasionally fire, so you'll be fighting elite squadrons while Stonehenge rounds are blowing up all around you. The second map is Tokyo Martial Law Hard Mode. Takes place in the evening. The first part of this map is very similar to regular Tokyo Martial Law, except that enemies will now hit harder and they have more health. Once you're finished with the regular two phases in the emergency mission, a third phase will appear, where the map will be completely littered with enemies. Even with 8 players, if you don't path correctly, you probably won't clear the mission. I've had some difficulty so far. I've only S-ranked it maybe twice out of the 5 or so times I've played. In addition to these 2 new sorties, 2 new special raids have also been added. Moby Dick Pursuit has returned. You can encounter Moby Dick Pursuit 1, 2, and 3, as well as Moby Dick Pursuit 4. In this 4th pursuit, Camila will spawn, adding an extra challenge. As you can imagine, it's going to be really, really difficult to clear. The other special raid is Stonehenge Returns 4. Just like Moby Dick Pursuit 4, Camila will spawn in the middle of the mission. I believe that touches all the bases for update number 6. So far I've been hearing some pretty good feedback. People are enjoying the 2 new sorties. I'm sure all the dogfighters are finally happy to have a map for themselves. Tokyo Martial Law adds some much needed difficulty that the higher level players have been begging for. Bombers add a new element of gameplay. And the ticket system has received some pretty mixed reviews so far. Some people like it that you have an alternative way to get fuel and any of the skins that they missed. However, it's still a grind, just like money and anything else in this game. Players kind of dislike the golden crate ticket drop because it only gives you 10 tickets and it costs 20 just to buy fuel. So it feels worse getting the 10 ticket drop instead of a fuel drop. So yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. So yeah, until next time, see you in the skies.